I reckon this is as good a place as any. Ah. So that barrier dam, lake barrier, I don't know, the sign said barrier dam, but Google Maps said barrier lake, and we're here. Mountain! Gotta love the mountains. Anyway, we're here to do a van tour, so let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I opted for the Mercedes Sprinter. 2 reasons. It's rear-wheel drive and it's diesel. Now Ford make it in a rear-wheel drive and diesel, but they're very hard to come by. These are more readily available and they're about the same price, so that's the reasons that I went with Sprinter. Why do I want rear-wheel drive? Well, I mean, you can't drift a front-wheel drive unless you've got a good handbrake, because you'll end up wrecking it. And rear-wheel drive's more fun. Everyone says that you need front-wheel drive in the snow because I can understand that, but I tell you what, driving around in the snow with a rear-wheel drive is so much fun. I haven't spun out yet, and I've driven on frozen lakes. So why did I want diesel? Well, it's pretty simple. Diesel, you know, they're a more torquey motor and they can carry more weight. Well, they're more reliable, fuel efficient, in my eyes. They are, you know, there's probably a lot of people that'll argue the point, but these are my decisions. Woo! Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Canadians that still have diesels, mainly in Alberta. And they call it Berta, because we're in Canada, eh? Nonetheless, welcome to my garage. Bikes, we've got some bikes. I enjoy riding bikes. I got them on a little swing away, swing out, however you want to call it. It's pretty cool. Snowboard, and the general garage. Let's see. So basically this is just an aluminium tray. There's some, like I cut this track here and the bolt there's a bolt there and it just swings on that. And it's pretty strong. It sort of stays there, it does what it has to do. The bike's, you know, got these little tyre holders here that I made. You just sit in there nice and snug like, and then the bikes, well, this one mounts like this because I had to spin the handlebars and do that sort of stuff, and the other one is just like this. Same mount. Snowboard, skateboard, you know, all the toys. You gotta have your toys and your tools to fix your toys when they break, because you know toys break, especially when you give it to it. A few cars turning up here now. Must be a popular spot because it's Monday. I think it's supposed to be at work. Forgot to mention I got a paddleboard too. Paddleboard. It's inflatable, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit in here. That's why I opted for the inflatable one. Oh, also I forgot a pretty important part. This is my water tank. This is how I fill it. If I have a hose, or sometimes like in winter it's hard to find anywhere because everything's frozen. So I gotta put a little, I'll show you in a sec. There's a water bottle that I fill that up with. That's a 100-litre tank. And then the bed, it's pretty awesome. I've got that on some actuators, some electric actuators, and it folds up. We got overhead storage, runs all the way to the door on this side and all the way to the front on this side. And I opted for the max air fan just simply because it's all weather and it's easy to have this open, you know, whenever, whatever the what am I trying to say? The weather conditions, that's the one. Yeah, snow, you know, all the Canadian stuff. I know one thing's for sure is I'm not driving on this lake. I don't know that you can anyway, but you can hear the ice cracking. It's not cracking right now. I wish it was so you could hear it, but it's just like, and it echoes. It's pretty cool. So, start out here. This is my kitchen here. I'll show you in a sec up top, but I just want to show you I made this little for summertime because winter sucks. There's this little fold out table here from the kitchen, and I got in here I have a folding chair that I can just rip that out of there and put it, well, outside, you know, wherever I like. Probably beside the table would be a good idea so I can have a food or drink, something there, you know, some sort of beverage to enjoy. Now I had to cut these holes here. It's my little slippers, keep my toes warm when it's cold because the floor gets a little bit cold. But these are just like for the fridge. There's a fridge in here. They're little vents so the fridge can breathe and do what it's got to do and stay in control. But I'm trying to shut this door here because turn the lights on. Alright, now I got that under control. Let's see. So, I got 3 burner gas, propane. Canadians call it propane, but nonetheless, here it is. Just like folds twice like this, and you know, the knobs, you turn them, the gas blows, propane. I've learned so many words being here. Can you tell? I don't know which language to it's all English, but I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just gonna do the best I can here. Now, this little contraption here, like this is, to me, is dead space, so what I've done is I've put a little lever here and you pull that up and then you just latch it into there. Now I got more kitchen space, and I can still store my shoes and my slippers there. Well, generally when I'm in here I have my slippers on, but then I got my little sink here, and I got this water spout thing. I got this from a restore, and so it's sort of like a restore is, for all my Australian friends, a restore is like cash converters, where you can just get stuff for cheap and it's like second hand. Well, you know, all that sort of stuff. I have my mirror so I can brush my teeth. Well, I can see my teeth are clean and see my hair is brushed in the morning, in the night, and whenever I feel like it. My overhead cupboards, just basically clothes storage in here, and just miscellaneous stuff through here. Food, I have a food cabinet, and all these are a couple of competitions that I entered recently, and they basically just push, they release, they're on a magnetic catch. You can see my pasta and all that sort of stuff there. Alright, now my couch. This is where I do all my work because I got so much work to do. I don't work. I sold work to not work and travel. That's why I'm in a van. So, loving it. Nonetheless, this is my table. And I just have this simple $2 bungee strap here to hold it in place, and then it makes a little bit of noise. Really, listen to this. Sounds like a big old fart. But anyway, that can swing out of the way and do whatever. It swings all the way there, so you can have even more kitchen space if you want. Check that out, eh? I'm pretty proud of that. Once that's up, here I have, you lift this up and I've got storage of a lot of things in there. That's a good storage space. It runs quite the way along the van here. Now, the bed. This is cool. I have over here all my lights. This is a dimmer. I can control the kitchen and all that sort of stuff, and water pump and oh, I forgot to show you the fridge. Alright, fridge. I love love the sound of that table. Got this little latch here, and you just flick that. That just holds it for when I'm traveling. When I'm in here I don't really have it on, but pull this out. Bam! 75 litre fridge. Dometic. Just lift that up. All the goodies are in there. I love this fridge. It's fridge freezer, 2 freezers, 2 fridges. You can set it up however you want. It's awesome. It's a really good fridge. So in here, I love these little pop down things. They're just so simple. I just got these chains just hold everything in place. As you can see, things move when you drive. I keep my pots and pans and plates and forks and knives and whatever I need. It's all in here. Okay. Now the bed might seem like it takes up a lot of space, but as I said earlier, it folds. All you have to do is just push the mattress up and then press the button and up it goes. So, I'll just show you something here real quick, because you can use this bed in 3 different ways. So, if you get up on the bed in summer, not in winter because it's frickin' cold, when you're up on the bed you can just hit this button here. It'll lift when you're on the bed, and you have the back doors open, and it's just like a couch. You know, you can just chill out, look out the back, or whatever, taking the scenery, the view. But this is what I have to do. This is my only chore every day, well, other than washing dishes and stuff. Just fold that there like that, and then my little panel here. I just up goes the other side, and then the whole bed pushes back. It goes back there like that. Now, remember this switch? Boom. This part goes up, and it folds the whole bed into a U shape, like that. So I said that you can use this bed in 3 ways. So the third way, so the first way was when you want to look out the back. This is the second way, when it's just out of the way. And the third way, you can have this down here. And then you got a couch facing in the van. So, you know, you can just relax, chill out. If you don't want to sit at the table, you can sit up here. Sweet, now the bed's out of the way, I can show you a few other things. This is where I store my propane, in here. It's like I sealed it up, I Sikaflexed all the, there's a rubber seal. I put a rubber seal, there's seals on here, it's all painted in here, it's all Sikaflex, it's all sealed, you know, and then there's a vent that runs through the bottom, down that pipe. It goes through the floor, and it vents through the floor. So it's all safe here, but as a rule of thumb, I will always turn it off when you drive, just in case. You never know, but you don't want to know. You don't want it to go bang. So shut off your propane, gas, LPG. Alright, so because I have the tank, my hot water system here is propane, and this here is the exhaust, because these are supposed to be used outdoors, but they also say in the manufacturer's specifications if they're vented properly then they can be used indoors. And I have a CO2, carbon monoxide, fire, all of the above. I've got the alarms for that, and it's never gone off. And I shower in here, which this is my shower, we'll get to that in a second, but basically I've got water filters, one here, this is a carbon filter, and under there is my bulking filter. You can't quite see, it's not very good light. I'll have to get a light and I'll show you. But there's also a lot of intricate sort of things here, because I built a recycling shower that it all gets filtered as well, and you can have a continuous shower on about 5 litres of water, which is pretty cool. Because when you only got 100 litres of water and you want it to last, I generally last about 2 weeks on 100 litres of water, and you know, it's just one less thing you have to worry about is getting water all the time, because it's kind of hard when the lakes are frozen, everything's frozen in winter in Canada, and you got to get your. I just go to Safeway. I go to Safeway. There's a Safeway. It's a food store, and you can top up water bottles, which is what this is. This is a 11 litre water bottle, and I can go in and I can fill that for like $2 and then top up my tank. So 10 trips into Safeway and I've got a full tank again. It's a little bit of a process. Alright, so I got my jacket hanger here. I got all my jackets ready to go because I don't like the cold. I don't know anyone that does like the cold. Some people do. Some people love this minus 40 shit. I haven't experienced it many times, but no, it's not for me. And this is the track, and you can see this better. These are roller door wheels, you know, or like tilt panel doors and all that sort of stuff. And actually, when I bought this van, it had a ladder rack on the roof. And I made that ladder rack into this bed. That's why it's like bits and pieces of everything, and I drilled it and cut it and did what I had to do, and now it's a folding bed, not a ladder rack. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so moving on to the shower. This is my little shower hook, my hot water system. It runs up. You might be wondering why I had two here. So this is filtered drinking water. This is hot water. Only this one runs through the carbon filter. This one here is just through the bulking filter. And basically, when I want to have a shower, get in there. I put it on here like this, and then here, all I do, this is just bungee strapped on here. My shower tray folds down. Normally I was just lazy, but this bucket, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I have my shower curtains stored in there, and essentially all I do is I hang my shower curtains. There's some little hooks in the ceiling. Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, that's because it's here. So I have 4 hooks in the ceiling, and I just hook my shower curtain up there like that. And I put a hole in the shower curtain and you just poke this through. Okay, so this is the shower setup. You can tell how much I love nature. I got this tree style one here, and I had to get 2 to wrap the whole way around. So this one's got like leaves on it because I didn't have 2 of the same one. So nonetheless, that's what I got. Now, open up. There's a shower head poking through, like I said. And I've never had any problems with this leaking. Okay, so I got my electric water pump up the back here. This is the exhaust vent for the hot water system. And then if you want to have a recycling shower, what you do, this one will filter the water, so any hair and all that sort of stuff isn't coming back through the shower and going through the system. So this pipe here runs into the green tank. This is the drain. This comes from the shower. It goes into here and out into the grey water, and this is on a valve. So when you want to have a recycling shower, you have your soap and everything like that. You let that wash through, and the valve will be open like that. And when you want to have a recycling shower, once all your soap and everything's gone, you just flick that shut. It'll fill up here with water. You only just need to put enough in, and this is like, you can just have your finger there. It's pretty primitive, it's pretty basic, but you can feel where the water level is. And once you got water, once you can touch the water, basically it's full enough. And what you'll do is, this is the main supply from the water tank, and you'll shut that off, and then you open this valve, which will allow the pump to suck from this tank. So then essentially you're having it filters through here, and you can just have, you know, 5 liters of water in here and essentially have a shower, hot shower, for as long as you want, as long as it takes you to warm up, because like I keep saying, it's cold. So you need to get warm, you need to be warm. Pretty much all my electrical system is 12 volt. I don't have anything that like power. I don't have any big power drawers. I don't have blenders and stuff like that. I don't need them. I cook on my cooktop. I have just these little inverters here. I have 2 of these. One's up top, and that powers my electric toothbrush, and this one I can use when I'm sitting at the table to charge my laptop, camera batteries, all that sort of stuff. They're only 75 watts. That's all you need to power that sort of stuff. It's minimum drawers on the battery as well, so they work well. And I literally bought them from Canadian Tire for 10 bucks, so cheap as well. And they work. Like, normally cheap stuff is crap, but these work really well, so highly recommend them. Alright, moving up into here. This is, like I said, stuff moves around. My solar, it's charged, actually it's doing quite well. That's my electric toothbrush. Charging at 12.7. Winter in Canada sucks, because not only are you cold, but the sun doesn't, like, I got the solar panel, I got a 320 watt solar panel on the roof, and in summer it worked fine. Now this winter, the sun only is in the sky for like 5.5 to 6 hours a day, and it actually doesn't get that high. So I really want to see 14.5 going into there, and I'm only seeing 12.7, which is basically just keeping the battery able to run. And basically by the morning it's creeping down. I've got 300 odd amp hours of battery power. I've got AGM deep cycle batteries, and they, if I didn't have the deep cycle batteries, I would be stuck. I just love the mountains. We're in Kananaskis, if anyone's wondering. We just made a little adventure this morning out here. Lift the bonnet. Bonnet. There's another word. They call it a hood in Canada. Like a hood. I'd call that a hood. Bonnet, I don't know. Anyway, just little things. So I rigged up this little system here, and basically I have a 12 volt battery. This is 105 amp hours, but it's also 1,000 cold cranking amps. So if my main battery dies on the van, I can jump start myself, and I'll show you this inside in a second. It's I have a button I can press which links the batteries, and I'll have 2 batteries to be able to do that. Inside the van I have AGM batteries, so they're a sealed 6 volts. I have 2 6-volt batteries, and there's 220 amp hours they are between the 2 of them joined together, so they work really well. So in here, this is my dual battery controller. I can press this and it'll tell me how many volts are in each battery. This is my auxiliary battery setup. This is where all my batteries are connected to this side, and if I want to jump start myself, all I have to do is just press this link button. This light illuminates, and now essentially I can jump start myself, and you see this one will start to come up a bit. But so that sort of safeguards me if I run into trouble and there's no one around. I'm self-sufficient, I can look after myself. Alright, that just about wraps things up here. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the van or anything else, leave me a comment, and be sure to subscribe because the adventures are going to start rolling. and I hope you want to come on them with me. Acquiring life. Woo!